Hurricane Larry continues to move to the northwest. At this time, it remains a very large hurricane. That eye has made a bit of a recovery. It's a really large eye, which indicates a very large wind field. So this is the public advisory. Winds remain at 125 miles per hour. They've been fluctuating down to 120, then back to 125, and so on and so forth. It's moving northwest at 10 miles per hour. Its pressure has went up slightly to 956 millibars. And Larry remains a large hurricane. Hurricane force winds extend out 70 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds 185 miles from the center. If it was 85 miles from the center, that would have been unsustainable. So this is the intensity forecast. The majority, including the NHC, keep it at a Category 3. A few go up to Cat 4. I don't think it's going to happen at this point. And after that, it's going to start weakening as it heads further north, as it heads more towards Labrador, as it heads towards more like Newfoundland. And this is right here. This is the tracks right here. It is expected to stay east of Bermuda. And Bermuda is going to see tropical storm force winds. They're saying it may potentially make landfall as a post-tropical cyclone in Canada before moving off to the east. So this hurricane's basically stayed out to sea. If it makes a landfall, that would be pretty surprising in my opinion. However, I think it's just going to stay just offshore. If it does make a landfall, good for it. I mean, it's not good for the people of Canada, but yeah. So yeah, this is the loop of Larry. It's looking more organized than it has been. Last video, it looked not so really good. It looked like it was just recovering. It looks a lot better now. However, you see some contraction right here. So we're going to be watching this situation very carefully. At the same time, if you're in Bermuda, be very careful about the storm. Do not go go swimming after today. In fact, I wouldn't even go swimming in the ocean now, because the swells are so large because this hurricane is so large. The eye, like when the eye revealed itself, it revealed this giant eye right here. The eye appears to be about 40 miles across, and so yeah, it just indicates it's a huge hurricane. Its wind field expands hundreds of miles. Tropical storm force, like I said, almost 200 miles. Hurricane force 70. And that's been going up consistently since it became a major hurricane. It was at 25 miles, then 35 miles, then 40 miles, then 45 miles, then 55 miles, now 70. So this is indicating that that wind field is expanding and the storm is not strengthening. It's still over relatively warm waters, but it appears that it's just taking the other alternative, which is just its wind field is just expanding at this point, which isn't really the best thing we want, because that increases the amount of impacts if it gets any closer to Bermuda. But at the same time, it's not strengthening either, so that's good as well. But it wouldn't really make that much of a difference, considering that its hurricane force winds are already out of the track for Bermuda. They're probably not going to get hurricane force winds. They might get hurricane force gusts, but probably not hurricane force winds, in my opinion. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates on Hurricane Larry, Invest 91L, and other related weather.